Alright, so, hi, I'm Nathan. I'm gonna do pedal demo now. Okay, let's start over. Scratch. Cut that out. Hey, how's it going, people? My name's Nathan. I'm gonna do a pedal demo today of my pedals. I'm not gonna focus too much on one specific pedal because I want to address like all my pedals and how I get my specific sound. I think that as a guitarist, you should try to get a sound that's unique to you. And I mean, my sounds kind of come out of hand-me-down pedals and things that I heard from other people, and then it's kind of a hodgepodge of different things that I like. So I have my pedal chain and I really like it. I really like how it's set up right now. It's very good for me. First things first, I just got this tuner pedal, a chromatic tuner Boss TU3. I'm just double checking to make sure I'm in tune here. Fast forward, speaking of tuning, I play an open D. Some people might be familiar with that. A lot of people use it for slide. I actually do play slide sometimes. I don't know if I'll play slide in this demo or not. I guess I just did. So right now I'm playing out of 2 amps. I have a Vox Valvetronix, a tiny little one. It's like a 15 watt solid state amp. I think it's 15 watts. It might be more than that, but it's modeled after a 15 watt amp. And then I have a twin 100 watt tube amp, so they're drastically different from each other. One's got a little like 8-inch speaker and one's got the 212s. Here, I'm going to put the standby on the twin and there's my clean tone, just the Vox by itself. Okay, and I'm going to turn the Vox off, and I'm going to turn the twin back on. And now here's the twin by itself. Don't ask me how I have things EQ'd, because I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, if somebody who owns this amp looked at this EQ on here, that wouldn't make any sense to them. I have it run into 2 channels. It doesn't make any sense. It's fine. Part of the reason is that my twin is broken. I've got some. I work with what I've got. I've got some issues. I have some issues with things right now. So yeah, here's my clean tone out of my Vox and my Fender. I play a Les Paul Epiphone. That's been customized. I have a Bigsby on it. I have 2 Seymour Duncan hot rod humbuckers, and I actually turn them down because they come out too hot, in my opinion. And I've heard other guitarists say this too, so I'm not just like talking out my ass. The hot rod humbuckers come out like way too hot, and if I turn them up all the way, it would just distort the fuck out of things. And I just like to. A lot of people think that you get the best tone out of cranking your volume on your pickups, but I have found that that is not the case with these specific pickups. I feel like I get better tone. Yeah, I play with them turned down, like they're like at 3 or 4, and I've got the tone cranked up on the Jazz, I believe the pickups are the one that's near the neck. This one. There's the one that's near the bridge. And that one I play with it, with the tone rolled off just a little bit. Okay, so first things first, I have the tuner, and then I have the Good Monkey. Well, it's a Bad Monkey. It's a Digitech Bad Monkey. I've dubbed it Good Monkey because it doesn't distort too much. It mostly is just set to be gain a little bit of drive and a little bit of volume boost. Here's both pickups again. then I have the Pog, actually. So let's go to the Pog. This Pog has a volume boost. You can set the Pog 1,000 different ways, but like a million different ways, I'm sure. But I have the first preset just to be a standard volume boost, which is good when I want a clean tone. But I don't want a little bit of that tubey sound that I get from the good monkey or the bad monkey. And then channel 2, or preset 2 is it's my octave setting. It's my sub-octave setting. Setting 3 is... What the hell is setting 3? Setting 3 is just bass, I think. It's just bass, so here. Yeah, I'm sure you guys recognize that one. Okay. And then I have 4 is an organ. And 5 is also an organ. Okay. 6 is this would be a 12-string guitar. Sort of. It's sort of a 12-string guitar. It's the best that it can do. You know. It sounds, maybe if I put some plate reverb on there from one of the cathedrals here, so maybe it's sound a little shimmery. I'm a fan of my reverbs. I don't know if you noticed. I got 2 cathedrals. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. What's next? So 7 is the theremin. Oh, let's leave the plate on. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. The Pog 2 is an awesome pedal. It's my most expensive pedal on my board. Anyway, the last setting is the Melodrone setting. I took a lot of these settings off of the online guide on the Electro Harmonics website, and I kind of like tweaked with them a little bit. But this is the Melodrone. It kind of swells up. So that's my Pog. We're gonna put it back to 2 for now. Okay, I'm going back to both pickups. Then it goes to Bad Monkey, which is my go-to tube distortion. So sometimes I use the Bad Monkey and the Good Monkey in conjunction with each other, so it's like... And then I have the Big Muff. I probably don't need to say much about the Big Muff. If you've If you look it up, I'm sure there's a shit ton of fucking pedal demos on the Big Muff. One thing I will say about the way I have my Big Muff set, I have the sustain turned down a lot. And I get a chunkier, clunkier just fuzz that way. It's much more spread out, the breakup. And I like it because it makes it sound more vintage. Makes it sound more 60s as opposed to 70s. And I really want to get a vintage fuzz. I've looked at like Smitty pedals. But Big Muff does it with what I've got. Okay, so I also use the Big Muff in conjunction with the Good Monkeys and the Bad Monkeys. I can get a pretty gainy sound here. Yeah, I can get a pretty gainy sound. Also, the Big Muff sounds amazing with the sub-octave. So yeah, I also have a Hyperion. It's a Devi Ever pedal. Look up Devi Ever. Be selective about her pedals, though. I'm not trying to talk shit about Devi Ever. She makes some great pedals. She also makes some pedals that are not necessarily to my taste. But the Hyperion works for me. It's a little bit more metal than I like. You know, I like the classic rock, like smoother fuzz, and this is a little harsher. But if I like put it on the neck pickup, it can get pretty sick. I like how it also like peters out when it like crackles and fuzzes away. It's like, anyway, I like that pedal. It's totally different. It's totally different, and I wanted something that was different, you know. And also it sounds really good with the sub octave on the Pog. So then I have a tremolo. Well, this is the Holy Stain Electro-Harmonics. I just use it for the tremolo. Occasionally I'll use the room reverb on it with the same setting I have the tremolo on, and then I'll use like the Hyperion because it actually goes tremolo. So I kind of skipped a pedal here. I skipped my chain. It actually goes Big Muff, then tremolo, then Hyperion, and if I want to get a crazy sound. I haven't really found too much use for this yet, but if I have a Hyperion and the room reverb on, okay, so, but I mostly just use this guy for tremolo. So, there is some reverb in that pedal. I don't know if you can hear that in the tremolo, but I'm okay with it. Like I kind of want to get a better tremolo pedal, but it works for me. Like as far as tremolo is concerned. Okay. Next, I have simple delay on the DD6. Kind of like a rockabilly kind of slapback. If I like put on some just a little bit of volume boost on that so that the amps can like tube out a little bit. I like it. It also works really well for solos. Or just, you know, when I want delay on a song. Yeah, it's like it's set where I like it, you know. It's like I'm not gonna fuck with it. The Electric Mistress, it is a flange chorus combination pedal, and I love it. When I was trying to decide what pedal to get, I was looking between this and a Clone Theory, and the Clone Theory, it's a real like digital kind of chorus copy kind of effect, and I felt like the Electric Mistress was a little bit more smooth, and like for what I was going for, that's a that's a nod to a Viva Voce riff. Anyway, for what I was going for, it just felt like the Electric Mistress was just cooler. It was just a better fit for me. Not that there's anything wrong with the Clone Theory. I'm sure there's really good uses for it. And then I've got my reverb pedals. Right now, this guy's having some issues, but I'll still show you what I've got. I like to do the I'm gonna reference the kills here. When I can do that kind of shit, I love that. And like cut it off really fast like that. I was trying to do that with the DD6, but the DD6, like, it keeps going after you turn the pedal off, which is weird because I was used to a DD3 before that, which didn't do that. It would cut off as soon as you cut the pedal off. Anyway, I've got a bunch of different reverbs preset, like the great. There's one. Same setting on the other pedal. This is my go-to reverb. The Grail setting on this particular Cathedral is the reverb setting I use most of the time. Let's turn that off. So yeah, I love that pedal, the Grail spring pedal. Sorry, the Cathedral. I love that setting. Anyway, then I have a more like a little bit of a thicker setting on the Acu spring. Still kind of dark though. I like my dark reverb. I've got a hall setting. If I do like both halls, like let's get like super indie here. Anyway, my room setting on this pedal, it's kind of. It's a longer, it's a bigger, it's a more of like an echo. And then on this setting, on this pedal, it's kind of like being in the bathroom. I've got a bunch of different reverb settings on here. I don't necessarily need to go through them all. Here's another echo. Although I don't have it really set that way at all. Now that I think about it. Also, there's a really cool setting on the Cathedral is the reverse setting. See, I'll turn off the Vox to get the full effect. grail. Love that shit. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't want to spend like forever doing this demo here. So yeah, I like to use my pedals in conjunction with each other, obviously. Like so some delay and some big muff, you get some cool sounds. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I wanted to go over. If anybody has any questions, I can like do more demos or go focus on like more specific pedals. But I just wanted to give everybody like a feel of like what I use and for my styles. I mean, I play like psychedelic rock, rockabilly, some surfy kind of stuff too sometimes. Right. I really need to get a hollow body guitar, but the Epiphone, it works.